Mental health experts say it's never too early to consider a child's mental well-being. Dozens of professionals and students came together at Owens Community College to learn about trauma and warning signs. Tatiana Cash has this story.
This meeting room in Veterans Hall is packed. There's state and social services lining the room's edge, educators, social workers, and students taking notes by hand on phones or laptops about infants and young children's mental health.
I'm very much a mental health advocate for children to start developing those steps early on.
Freshman Jonathan Klocko is enjoying the forum and says he understands how some may not realize just how early children experience trauma and how their coping mechanisms aren't typically healthy.
Previously, it was believed that trauma isn't developed or memorized until around the age of 5, and self-regulation just in general is very important, but I think it's almost becoming like a survival skill in a lot of children now.
Forum coordinator Nicole Shetterly says as the average family dynamic steadily changes from the two-parent to single-parent or guardian household, and the changes from COVID, among other major life shifts, it's how trauma is showing up in behavior.
Not learning routine in the classroom, and they were just disruptive, and there was a lot of behavioral issues. Fortunately, this year, I think we're seeing less of that.
Owens Community College Chair Dr. Michelle Arbogast says the trauma also affects teachers and administrators too.
But this is helping our teachers who are working with those kids and those parents to recognize the signs of trauma, to recognize maybe misdiagnoses that could be trauma, and just overall recognizing how children's brains develop.
These are heavy topics. So is this too much to ask of future professionals?
No, actually, it's encouraging me to continue into the career and go headfirst into knowing that as a child, I think it's important to also know there are people who you can approach.
Tatiana Cash, WTOL 11.